morning, everybody. How are you all today? It is a day today. It's a sort of whitish grey morning. I thought I would start my recording from the kitchen as I'm making my coffee. Get out of the way, Harvey. Come on. Because I thought you could see or hear what was going on while I'm trying to get my coffee. Right, get out of the cupboard. That's it. Right. Okay, so I've already been woken up once today, and I managed to psychically transmit telepathically to my cats without actually saying anything to come back in an hour, which they have. I think they want to say hello. Do you want to say hello? Say hello? Say hello? Meow. Yep, I don't know if you heard that little meow. Anyway, they're all hanging around the bowls now waiting, so I'm going to just give them something to eat. It's 6:30. Honestly, this is a joke. Just wait, will you? I had Harvey come and sit on my chest. Like, oh my God. Honestly, he must like flying, that's all I can say. They always sit on the worst part of your body where you can't breathe. And he's not even that heavy, but in the morning it really feels like it's really heavy. Come on, Parker, do you want your dinner? Yeah. Okay, so just letting him out. So I'm just making a drink now. So morning. So this is a great morning for me. It's not that sunny, but I feel sunny. I've had some really bizarre dreams, but I must say, this is going to sound a bit weird in the morning, but there is nothing worse, I think, than one thing. It's bad enough going to use the lavatory or the conveniences, the local, and then finding there's no toilet paper. I think it's worse when you do it in the middle of the night with your eyes shut, because then you've got to go and hunt for it in the dark, and that is exactly what happened to me last night. But the interesting thing, and the reason why I'm telling you about my personal hygiene, which I'm sure you really don't want to listen to, there you go, I'm just making my drink, is because I had this dream, and I kept hold of it all night because it just kept, because I thought, don't forget it, it's a really good one, it was about animals, it was about people, and about, well, the conveniences. But what happened is this animal, and it was a big dog, okay? Now, it was, I feel, representative of my friend's dog, who lives across the road. So Clay, you may be listening to this, because this will make you chuckle if you're listening. Whenever I go over there, she just literally dives all over me, and we've now discovered if we talk in whispers, and she finally calms down, but she just will not. She's got such long legs and everything, and she just wants to just be there, let's just say, and hang around. And it is quite funny, and we do find it quite entertaining. But the thing just makes me laugh, and the more I laugh, the more she does it. So in this dream, I'm just going back downstairs again because I've got to go get my cubes. God, not that fit. That breath. Because, yeah, so in this dream, I dreamt that she was getting on the bed. So she kept getting on the bed, and then it was like sort of each night. I must have been dreaming each night. And the next, I felt her get on the bed, and then she went and did her business on my head. I was like, in the dream, no, she's doing it on my head. Anyway, I dealt with that, and then it came into the next night, and I could feel her coming up to the bed. I must have changed beds or something. And she was coming up to the bed, and I was literally trying to pull her off the bed, and she's really strong. But I think I must have got this because when I see Claire holding her back, I mean, it takes all her strength. I mean, she's, she's small lady, and she's a really strong dog, Zena. And so this, and I just remember this dream, doing everything I could not to let her get on the bed so she wouldn't go to the little my head, basically. But anyway, it got me thinking in the dream, in the night. So I'm back in bed now. Come on, Frankie, come on. Yeah, we don't need all that noise. That's it. Lay down. Everyone wants to hear you. Yeah, they're not seeing you today because you're not on camera. That's it. Come and sit next to me. That's it. Lovely. Go back to sleep. And so, yeah, so the reason I'm saying this is because when you dream about going to the toilet in dreams, and you dream about going to the loo, I don't know if any of you have, I'm sure you have, where you've lost control or you've walked into a public loo and it's filled with whatever, you know. I mean, let's not go into too much detail. I'm sorry if you're eating your breakfast, but it's actually lucky. And I've done quite a bit of research on this, and I see it, and I've discussed this with friends, that it means abundance. And it's often like that, you know, the worst situations you have in dreams, or the most uncomfortable situations, often mean the latter. So when I think about dogs in dreams or animals, it's interesting because we were going through the full moon period. There was a lot of animals in this dream. I've dreamed about dogs and that all night, really. Was there is a strong connection with animals, but with dogs particularly, I always feel a sense of loyalty. So one of the things that always helps me remember what Labradorite, the crystal, means is because it sounds like a Labrador. So I always think, well, it sounds like a Labrador, so, you know, and Labradors are loyal, and Labradorite is very much a loyal stone, but actually Labradorite is a very good full moon stone as well. It's very good to use for the full moon. That's just a bit of information for you. So get your Labradorite out. Maybe a bit late now, but so I'm thinking loyal. There's my friend across the road. We're talking about doing some business, some workshops together and stuff. And I've really, over the last few weeks and months since I've been doing my campaign, have realised who is loyal and who isn't. And again, you know, I've said this before, it's amazing who comes forwards in your life when you really need it. And often it's the kindness of complete strangers that touches you the most. And, you know, again, I'd like to just say thank you again for all of you who listen to me regularly, or who every now and again do it. Really, you know, it's lovely to have you on board, and for your support and your lovely comments, because what's going on in my life now is really, really tough. It's overwhelming. God, I sound unemotional now. Oh, I'm not going to do that. Not online. But it is really, really, you know, it's up and down all the time. And I feel with this journey of wanting to be a mother, I am dealing with every single issue possibly even that a mother might go through, or what I might go through. I feel like I'm being got ready for it, or prepared to all the different scenarios, so that I'm really, really strong. But also clearing the way so that I can be the best mum. And I'm so grateful for all the learning that's gone on. There's been so many tests yesterday. Honestly, I feel like I'm in an alien warship, or in one of those games, you know, on those alien, what would they call them? Those electronic games we used to play in the 80s, if you're young enough. But yeah, I'm listening away. And, you know, and everything is just, I'm on the highest level and everything's just coming at me. Because, you know, when you play those games, the higher you go, the more you get hit with guns and whatever. Maybe not guns, but you know what I mean. And that's how it felt. It was like all these different things came at me to test me, test my strength, test my will. And I felt it was all testing my value, because to do what I'm going to do, I need to really open up to receive and be really ready. And it's such a spiritual journey, this, on so many levels. And I'm going to say this, I cannot wait till I see clap eyes on my child, because I believe so much it will happen. And I've never doubted anything. I mean, I have doubted. I've never. I'm not doubting. I don't doubt. You know, I have absolutely no doubt that it will. I still am not 100% sure how. But just as I feel I will move to Spain, I feel this will happen. And I talk as if it is. You know, I mean, there's nothing even to talk about yet. But I've got my first appointment on Tuesday. So, I mean, it could all, you know, in theory, everything could go Pete Tong. We could be told that we're all nuts and that's it. You know, you can't do it. But there's something in me that feels it is, because of the support that's coming and the things and the way it's flowing, and just because of the lessons that I'm learning. And I really believe that this will be a child that is known. And again, call me nuts, whatever. But I know a lot of you out there are so spiritual and so on that level that you'll get it. So thank you again, without me bawling into tears, because it's weird when you wake up, you do feel a bit like that. But anyway, so this dream, going back to this dream, the fact that it was loyalty, you know, I feel the dog was the loyalty, sense of loyalty, that people coming in to help. I mean, Claire's been a great help, you know, one of the few, you know, that have been huge. support, and has allowed me to sort of sound off. And, you know, that's one of the main things, that I can just let go of it all. And I think that's why I'm doing this, that I can just offload how I feel. And I think that people are resonating because they feel the same a lot of the time. You know, we all feel fed up a lot of the time. We all want to just get rid of our angst, you know, and this is great for me. It is like a diary. And once I've done it, I let go of it. I don't listen to it again, you know. God forbid, if I did, I'd never do it again. Anyway, so go back to dog, I feel the loyalty thing. And then, you know, the uncomfortable feeling of being pooed on the head, which wasn't very nice, I know. Thank God it was a dream, that's all I can say. But then the wonderful news is that I sold a painting this morning to my lovely, lovely friend Nori, who I've never met before, but I feel a very strong connection with, and who's been, and again, another huge support with this, and she's paid more than I asked, and I'm just so grateful. But the most important thing that I'm grateful for is that the painting is going to such a lovely person, and it's not been easy putting stuff on sale, which has been for my dream, but I've wanted it to go to people that I could possibly know in the future, and maybe I could go and visit the painting. It's a little bit like giving up a child or an animal and going, oh, I'm so glad you've got it, because you know it's going to be safe. You know, there's nothing worse than loving something a lot and then it going somewhere that you think they're just going to throw it in a cupboard when you've done something with so much love. And you know what? I just want everyone to know, whatever you do, however little it is, if you put passion and love into it and desire, that it's worth it, guys. You know, it was worth that energy. It was worth it as long as you did it with 100%. You know, if it was 5 minutes, if it was 10 minutes. So, you know, going back to yesterday and wondering what you want to do and what you need to do. Have a go at something each day. Have a little practice at something and see if you like it. You know, until you do it, sometimes you don't know. I mean, often we discover we do things and, you know, we start, you know, we try something, we're really good at it, you know, and that's you know what I would say today. Go out there, you know, if you feel it, do it. You know, if it feels good and it feels great for you and you feel true to yourself, then do. And like me this morning, you know, I wanted an extra hour in bed, and I told my cat telepathically, get off and come back in an hour. And now look, there he is. He's had his dinner, and he's going back onto the skybox. Boom, boom. Typical. I'm going to go wake him up in a minute, live. He's having a wash first. I won't do that. Won't do that to him. We've also got a couple of seagulls outside as well. They've come back. I think, did I tell you about Kenneth? Yeah, I did tell you about Kenneth and Clyde. I'm sure I did. Anyway, we'll go into them another day. But let's have a look at what the day is. So abundance, abundance, abundance. I felt that this month was going to be a lot about that. I knew it would be. I knew there's transformation. The full moon is bringing the transformation. Thank you, Susanna, for your comments. You did write some, and I was answering back. I don't know if you got some, but then some of them disappeared, so I'm not sure if you took them off. Which is a shame because I was enjoying reading them. But I know you listen regularly, and thank you again for your kind words, and you know, all of you. And see, I just wanted to say, I don't know your name. You left a comment yesterday, and all I've got is C, so I'd love to know your full name. But thanks for your lovely little chat we had, commenting up and down about things, and your reference to music, which I did want to say, actually. This is really important. So go back to the abundance. I feel the full moon is bringing transformation. Susanna was marking that a lot of people are negative. It's really up to you how you want to take it. Change is not always comfortable, okay? So being pooed on the head in a dream by an animal is not comfortable. I don't think it'd be comfortable at any point if anybody did that, especially, again, if you go to the loo at night and you haven't got any toilet paper. It's all uncomfortable, but it can sometimes lead to good things. Maybe the fact that I didn't have the toilet paper leads to me learning to be more prepared in the future and buying a little bit of extra toilet roll, making that a priority. Being pooed in the bed with the dog, maybe just don't let them in the bedroom. I don't know. But the thing is, the abundance side of it, you know, the transformations of this full moon will bring that abundance you're looking for. And abundance isn't always about money. It's about fulfillment, success, everything. You know, it's that feeling of abundance, feeling of quality in life. So like I said, follow that road. Now, I was talking about C, and we had this, you can read the comments if you like below yesterday's video. she was talking about, or he, I don't know. I'm saying it's she, maybe it's a he, but about music and how messages can come through at any time. We don't always see them, and we don't always appreciate them, I think. And music is a huge, huge thing for me where message is concerned. I often, and I remember speaking to a client once about this and saying, she was saying that they often go off in her head. Suddenly she'll get a piece of music in her head or a song going around. Where does that come from if you haven't heard it? And I have that most days, something different. So now I stop and think, well, why is that music there? What's that telling me? Is it something I need to do something with, or is it the words? So think about music. Think about a theme tune. What makes you feel good? She said that, there was different, music pieces were resonating with her, and just, the words. And spirit loves creative things. They love art. They love channeling through these wonderful things. So be aware of that. Be aware of what you hear. Be aware of what you see, the beauty around you, because, they want us to interpret everything through that. They love that sort of form of channeling. So have a go at that. And, I seriously think, pick a theme tune today and play it. If you're feeling low and you want to feel happy and you want to feel abundant, pick a list of tunes that give you certain things, and then when you're feeling down or you're feeling lost, you can play them, and I tell you, it will change your whole sense of purpose and motivation. Now, I've got a big shift happening today, which is great. And I was looking at the weekly stuff. I really felt that there was going to, this end of the week was going to be better. And I see promotion today for some people, and this more sense of order and balance. I feel better in myself. I feel less erratic, but then the full moon always brings that as well, up and down, a lot of intense emotions. New beginnings coming through communication, phone calls, particularly emails, texting. You may hear from somebody from the past today who's changed, who's turned things around. You may feel that you've turned the past around today, and you've made a decision to face a challenge. This is a good time to do so. Let go of your doubts. The doubts will come through other people or somebody else who's being fearful or insecure, and mainly because they don't want you to move on. Be aware of that, okay? We've got a lot of change here and available to you. So I'm having a drink as I'm doing this. Everybody's going slurp, slurp. There's doors opening. It's not about the effort again. It's not about how much. It's about where you put it and putting it to the right people. I said I was tested yesterday. Hugely, my heart, on different levels. This, I don't want to go into it because it would affect other people. But the thing is, it was on the level that I wanted to go all the, let's put it this way. The right buttons were pressed for me to go 100 yards backwards, or 100 steps, 100 miles backwards to what I'd learned. But this time I was aware of it. And the reason I was aware of it was because my heart hurt from not doing the right thing for me. And that's when if you take a decision and you feel really awful about it and you think, oh my God, I really don't feel comfortable with this, that's your soul telling you that that isn't the right decision and that you need to do something about it. Now, it doesn't matter if you said something or done something. You can turn things around if you want. I'm lucky because I've got my little gurus, as I call them. I ring them up and go, how am I going to do this? What do I do about this? And it's not on a psychic level. It's actually on a practical level. Sometimes I need it. And I just need them to ground me, and they're great. Thanks, Trace. Thanks, Nikki. You always, I think, Tracy, you love, or Trix, I think you love writing letters, don't you? She loves helping me out in that way. She's sort of my little personal PA, really, when I need it. I'm not very good to... I don't stick to things very much, as in with I don't help her very much. I don't think, in that respect. She's always there for me when I need her, though, which is great. There are, there's a lot of wishes to be had today. If you want to, I just think you've got to just go for it, really emotionally change those patterns, think abundance, and use the creativity to get it. So I'm going to pick a couple of cards here today. I'm just going to go with what I'm being told. Okay, see, this is for you. You've got to just take hold of what matters to you today, take that road forwards, and just believe, you know, set the goal and go for it. Just take what you need. You may feel like you're on your own, but you know who is important will follow you, and there's so much in front of you, so just do it. I just want you to just expand now and just keep trusting, because I sense that the positivity is just going to follow you the more you follow your heart. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Oh, look. So hi Melissa, thanks for all your messages as well. This is for you too, my darling, and thanks for sharing. You've got a real calling here. I think you've got a call to just listen to me every day. You'll do your nutting after a while. You'll be like, I'm not listening to her anymore. She's doing my head in. You know, but there's definitely this soul calling for you, and it's just reaching you out, you know, it's pulling you forwards, and I think you're going to feel something really strongly. I've got about 4 o'clock as well. Some reason it may be a call that you get or something that happens that you suddenly think, it's a realization and an opening up. So I'd love to hear what that is, but I think it's going to be sort of later on time. You won't even be listening to this while I'm recording it, because you're somewhere else, far away. It's normally about, you know, later on this afternoon I do hear from you, so I'm wondering if I'll hear from you around 4 o'clock and it's that way instead. But there's this urge and sense in you, and it's like you can hear the band playing, and it's like, come on, it's time to go. Okay, this is for you, Becky. Thank you again for your lovely emails that you send me, and I'm really sorry you can't comment online all the time, but I feel you've got everything in place now ready to go, and you just need to trust it. There's something that is just cooked and prepared, and it's all neatly tied up and sewn up, so don't add to it, don't change it, just go with it. The more you look at it, the more you're going to doubt it. So and I think this is to do with all your skills and everything you've got. It's like if you were to put all your skills together, you know, and package them up and put them together in a like nice little thing of cakes, send them off somewhere. Someone would be very pleased with that, because it would, you know, it would work. It would make something work. It's everything they would need. It's a little bit like a manual, you know, and when you get something, a toolbox, you know, you've got all those tools ready to put the project together. So believe in yourself a little bit more. And Susanna, here's a card for you, my gorgeous girly. Okay, so much nostalgia around you today, and memories and good feelings. And you stay positive, my darling, because, you know, I know you've been through a lot of struggles as well, and, you know, I just sense that you can really connect with something from the past now, your childhood and some memories. And if you get the chance today, do a little bit of, take some time down memory lane and think about what your dreams were, because I feel you could tap into something quite strong, quite powerful as well. So go for it. This is, you know, a wonderful time for you to rebirth, and to start manifesting. And I've sensed that there's some people that you can connect with out there, even online, maybe through my channel, with other people that are commenting. I feel there's people out there that you would really connect with. So everyone, get chatting together. It'd be great to see a nice discussion going on. We'll have to start a forum, wouldn't we? But you know, you've got, you know, things are working for you now. You know, just keep believing. I know it's not been easy for you. So thanks again, guys, for all your sharing and comments and things. And if I don't get to you every day, even if you comment, you know, or I don't choose you, and, you know, it's just that I think there's going to be lots and lots of people. So I am thinking of you, and I am reading everything, and just lots and lots of love to you all. And I'm just so excited today, because I'm starting off with, woohoo, I sold a painting. It's really exciting. My other paintings are still on eBay at the moment, still being bid on, so you're welcome to take a look if you want. Otherwise, have a wonderful day, and if you'd like a private reading, just go to www.saraperrypsychic.co.uk. And just a quick one, Becky, you were talking about doing a live stream for the workshop, and it's something that somebody